Good evening, race fans, and welcome along to the QRT WTR Multiclass Championship 2025. It's season number 1, it's round number 4, it's the Red Bull Ring. Oh yes, the hills are alive with the sound of a 00 raving, and of course the GT3s, GT4s, and whoops, the Porsche Cup cars that will be venturing around this Austrian wonder track for an hour. 15 minutes, 2 mandatory pit stops for the drivers to observe. As you can see, the GT4's out doing their qualifying at the moment, and that is one of the closest grids that we have in the championship. If it will open. Yeah, as we can see in the GT4s, only 3 points between the top two, Van der Steeg and De Hill. Loon in third with Picano and O'Reilly in the top 5. O'Reilly on the same points as Blauwitz, and they're only 4 points ahead of Eric Van der Steeg, so very, very close in that one. My apologies, there's the GT4 standings there. Everything is freezing up. That is the Post Cup standings. Damien Konzig atop that table. Yeah, it's not often he's not atop the tables here at QRT. And he's certainly continuing that trend. Another division with only 3 points separating the top two. Horman in second place, De La Zeus in third, Jongen in fourth, and Belaraziski rounding out the top five. Of course, we do have GT3s as well in the Pro Split. It really is not working tonight. It's Clive Bixby at the top of the table again. 3 points separating the top two. Thiago Denart in third. It's Thijs Payne in second place. Christian Wutka in fourth. And Sven Jaeger in fifth after the first 3 rounds. And in the silvers, as we can see, it is Kevin Wetzel that's standing atop the table. And again, 3 points separating them. Penalty points really paying dividends for the drivers at the top in the 2 drop rounds as well. It's going to make it an interesting one. Kohler, Kams Finch and Gerlach all inside the top 5. Wraith in 6th position, only 2 points behind Gerlach and Kams Finch, who are on the same points as well. So ridiculously close, as we can see right through the whole field. It is the GT4s that are qualifying at the moment. And in fact, what we will do, we'll pop that there just now. It is Hill who's got the top spot here at the Red Bull Ring. He's got a couple of minutes left to get more lap times in. 1 minute 35.845. Yeah, and Willem van der Steeg, 1 minute 35.867. It is very close. A 10th back, a second back. Eric van der Steeg. The Mercedes chasing, and in fact it's 3 for 3. Second through fourth as Finlay O'Reilly crosses the line for Bullet Racing. Which should be on the screen right now, but it's not. We'll see if we can get that fixed. But yeah, he's crossed the line with a 37.0, so just under a 10th behind Van der Steeg. The Mercedes having quite the battle there, just behind them. Joost Loon, his best effort so far is a 38.8, so over a second off the pace, and no improvement on this lap. He will of course have time to finish this one and start the next one. It'll be the Porsche Cup cars out next. We've seen how competitive they have been this season. Hill is in the pit, so let's stay with Van der Steeg. As you can see, just heading into the penultimate corner. This is one of the absolute greatest tracks of all time. Absolutely wild the amount of time you spend on the curbs, and he uses that inside one out the last corner very nicely indeed. Makes his way into turn number 1, depending on the car, is depending on how far they will go over onto those curves. In fact, that GT4 right on the edge of the white line, throwing it into turn number 1. Coming into turn number 2 before he hits Remus, of course, the new chicane, which has been added, not in use on this yet. It's mostly for the bikes, to be fair, and the Formula 1 cars. I'm not sure the GT3s will be racing that. But into Remus again. Such similar corners, 1, 3 and 4, but such different ways of taking them because of the elevation change for each of the corners, completely different. Turn 1 almost level compared to turn number 3, and then you head down the hill to turn 4, and it is a downhill effort this time. No yellow sausage curb on the inside of this one, and it is a good exit again, using absolutely every single millimetre of the track available to him. Heads into the infield section. Easily one of the most difficult sections. You have to be so good on the accelerator and the brake down through here, especially at the bottom here. Hit that escape road, throw the car in, try and hit as much curb as you can on the left and the right, really mounting that without violating the track limits and picking up a penalty. We seem to be quite low on sound from that camera angle, actually. Quite low on sound all in. Let's see if we can't do something about that. And back out the last corner once again, and Van der Steeg, no improvement. Pulls over. That's going to be him done with qualifying. He did have enough time to start another lap. Decided against that. O'Reilly is going quick enough to get himself ahead of Eric van der Steeg, who is in the pits. Loon is going quicker as well, and in fact he is further ahead, so we'll see what he does across the line. It's not going to be a big improvement, and I don't think it's going to see him. It's not going to see him up in position. In fact, it does get into the 37s, but it's only a 37.9. And O'Reilly has gone quicker, and he has gone past Van der Steeg. So it's still 3 Mercedes, second through fourth, but it's O'Reilly that is in that third place now after a very good lap. That's the GT4's done. Great picture there. Yeah, I think they are done. Oh no, maybe he did start that lap in time. Yeah, but he's not going any quicker. It is of course now the Porsche Cup cars that are going to be out on track. There we can see confirmation of the GT4s. Hill, Van der Steeg, O'Reilly, Van der Steeg, and then Just, Loon, the Aston ahead the field, then the 3 Mercedes, and then the little Alpine that couldn't quite keep up in qualifying. I think dead last for Loon at the start of this one. The GT4s, of course, the slower of the 3 classes that we've got out here this evening. With Aston doing well. The Porsche Cup cars, though, different story. I would expect them in the top 5. Some quick drivers in there. Of course, Damien Konzig we mentioned at the top of the Porsche Cup Championship. He's absolutely going to be one to watch around here. Yeah, Horman, De La Zeus as well. Yeah, no slouches right throughout that division. Let's go to there. Where is... Let's see what a lap looks like. In a Porsche Cup cars. These things absolutely wild in the corners. Absolutely wild in the corners. Very good in a straight line though. So the longer tracks, they've definitely done incredibly well. A couple of places on this track, of course, to unleash those long legs. That's incredible handling from Konzig. He is wrestling that thing at the minute. Once the Porsche Cup cars have been out, then the GT3s, the Silvers and the Pros will be out at the same time. They'll get 10 minutes as well. And then, of course, the 75-minute race with 2 mandatory pit stops. I did notice earlier, actually, it was only about a 10-degree track temperature. Yeah, track currently only 12 degrees. So yeah, that was something that I wanted to bring up as well. Very, very, very cold indeed out there. So the tyres will absolutely be suffering. Oops. And yeah, that is why you should never have drinks in the studio. We're still aboard with Damien Konzig. They're 4 minutes into their qualifying session. Horman, De La Zeus and Jongen have all got times set. What I'm going to do, good evening to everyone in the chat as well. I will be able to get that open now. Let's see, we've had Harry in, we've got a pin chat as well. Good evening, Harry. 4 hours in Enduro, 4 hours of Valencia coming up on the 1st of March. Get yourself signed up. Gil Silveren, hello from Brazil. Let's go Denart. Yeah, he is very, very, very quick. So too is Damien Konzig. He is not atop the timing tables because Hajo Horman has gone quicker. By less than 0.2 of a second. 0.6 back is Arnaud De La Zeus. Still a very good time though, 1 minute 30.0, and Jongen on a 1 minute 30.1, so less than a second separating the Cup cars. Konzig improving, De La Zeus improving, and so too is Jongen. Right, I need to... yeah, we'll need to work on this so we can get the track mark up properly. So De La Zeus just starting a lap, didn't improve enough. Jongen is just coming through sector 3 now. He's borderline. Oh, and I tell you as well, my apologies, to lead a Ferrari in the Porsches. Pops in with a time. Not fully representative based on what we're seeing here. There is, yeah, Ferrari about 1.3 seconds up. In the back of the Porsche says no thank you. Damien Konzig crosses the line, takes pole position, 1 minute 29.232 compared to Horman with a 29.270. Now suddenly worried that the engines are too loud. Yeah, should be good. Oh, I'll tell you what, Konzig and Horman, they're right next to one another on track, and I tell you, they could be closer in the timing towers. And oh, De La Zeus goes 3/10 quicker, 29.5. Now he does have time to set more laps. Jongen is going quicker as well. De La Zeus getting ever closer, but he's still 3/10 away. Damien Konzig's 1 minute 29.232. Oof, it's the back of the Porsche. Look at the step out. That's a very good camera angle there. We love it. There is Horner, as you can see, he's very close. Oh, and they've both lost time there. They are absolutely pushing all the way. They know they've got time for another lap. But at the moment, Jongen is about to go through the last corner with 3/10 to the good. It would put him right on the back. Oh, he's lost a 10th on the way out of the corner. He's going to cross the line. He will improve. He gets into the 29s. He's 2/10 behind De La Zeus, as Konzig is just suddenly... Wow, he had got an absolute worldie of an exit out of the last corner. So too did Hajo Horman, and both of those drivers going purple on the way into turn number 1. De La Zeus is losing time. He does still have time for more laps, actually. They all do. Yeah, we'll just enjoy how much work the Porsche Cup suspension puts in during a lap like this. It is quite incredible. Thank you for the follow. It's Sopo. Either way, welcoming. Racing Incident, bonjour. How are you? Welcome in as well. Looking forward to tonight's race. Any predictions? What we're going with? Let's hear it. Who are all cheering it on in the chat? Are we here just to see multi-class racing? Is there a specific driver, a specific team, a specific car? Are you all Ferrari fans like me? Well, Justin De Jong will be flying the flag. I predict I'll be watching the pit entry and reporting any infringement. Let's watch this wheel try and bounce out the car. Oosh. Yeah, we'll be keeping a close eye on all that. We are into the dying embers of the Porsche Cup car qualifying, and out of the first corner. Ooh. Konzig and Jongen both pulling over. They could have finished these laps. There's the GT3s queuing up. Jongen's already in the pits. Horman is still out. De La Zeus is still out. But I tell you what, Horman is absolutely threatening to take pole position here. This would be a worldie of an effort. Ferrari is still out on track, a second down though. So unless there was big moves to be made in Sector 3, Ferrari could be starting in 5th place for the Porsche Cup cars. Horman still hell-bent on getting himself onto the top spot as he heads into the infield section. Yeah, this must be an absolute nightmare in these cars. Especially this one here, over onto that left curb in. Oh man, he stays right away from it, but the curve's on the right. No fun at all with those little mini sausages waiting to absolutely ruin your suspension. Into the penultimate corner though. Oh, this is going to be so close. If these two, if he sets the identical same time to Damien Konzig, don't be surprised. You heard it here first. Ferrari's gone yellow flag. Horman is going to cross the line. It is going to be so close. No improvement. He lost out the last corner. Horman had it in his hands there all the way to the last corner of the last lap of the Porsche Cup qualifying. And it is Damien Konzig that hangs on by the absolute skin of his teeth there. 1 minute 29.232 to 1 minute 29.270. You absolutely love to see it. We did get a shout for Denart in the chat, so let's put him on screen while we'll look at those times. As you can see, the Porsche Cup cars easily qualifying ahead of the GT4s, although not so close, but not so far between Ferrari and Hill there, to be fair. That is pretty close, but Konzig, what is that, 6.5 seconds quicker than the fastest GT4. That is quite the gap. But yeah, Konzig confirmed 2 purple sectors. Horman in 2nd, De La Zeus in 3rd, Jongen in Ferrari 4th and 5th. That is now the GT3 contingent. All round the faster cars, but they can. The Porsche Cup cars will certainly give them a run for their money in a straight line. You heard it here first. If you don't know, get to know, because it is coming. It is most definitely coming. Phil Mitch in the chat. I predict I will be asleep by 8:15 PM. Not due to the racing, I might add. I was about to say, is my comedy that bad? Is the voice, am I just talking you to sleep? Is that what it is? Yeah, if I am the voice you're listening to go to sleep, yeah, I'm not sure that we can advise that. I'm not sure we can get behind that. Should definitely come with a health warning, maybe. The GT3s, as I mentioned. Oh my goodness. There we go. We've got the silvers and the pros, Bixby, Payne, and the driver on screen, Thiago Denart, the top 3 in the pros. Bixby is not here tonight, but Tice Payne, who will be Hawkeyeing the... Why? What? Sorry, I'm confused by his livery. So there we go. Yeah, sorry, slightly confused by Payne's livery. I was fully expecting it to be a QRT. 'Tis not. He's also in pit. Justin De Jong, I tell you what. He was putting in some laps in practice. Expect him to be there or thereabouts. Some good points coming his way. Luke Sherlock is in. Phil Mitch, it's been a long day. In incognito mode. Right, flying under the radar. That's it, change the livery, no one will notice. That is genius. I mean, it worked for Superman. Just saying. Ron Graveston, it's working for him in the Austrian hills at the minute. 1 minute 28.492 for the pro driver in the Mustang. He is followed by a silver. It's Wetzel up in 2nd place. Let's go. He's just ahead of teammate, pro teammate, Christian Wutke. The inter-team bragging rights have batted back and forth between these two all season. We love to see it. Sky Kohler doing well in the silvers, currently in 2nd after the opening couple of laps of quali for the GT3s. And Moritz Gerlach, whose livery hasn't worked this week. We'll see if we can get that one for you all next week. Yeah, still called Tice Payne. That's it. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Luke, get back here. That is a royal command. Look, I'm putting the foot down. Can you see it? That is the foot. Listen, yeah. That was it going down. Get back here racing. Chop, chop. Oh, speaking of chop, chop. Thiago Denart goes a comfortable 0.6 of a second. quicker than Graveston. Actually, I wonder how he got on. He was racing yesterday, of course, as well. There was a QRT car there as well yesterday, wasn't there? Drivers don't read. No, they don't. They absolutely don't. Foot down with a firm hand. Exactly. Exactly, look. A man stood on a bridge one night. His lips were all a quiver. He gave a cough. His leg fell off and it floated down the river. Yeah, I don't know either. Graveston in second place. Wetzel in third, still Lutka. And then Wraith up in fifth position at the minute, followed by Dubose. The Silvers with 3 in the top 6. And there is Justin De Jong. He is in the wild cards, numbered above 990. So he is a wild card. It's still marked in the red. And that is very quick indeed. Very quick indeed. 1 minute 27.93 tenths quicker than Graveston. That's it. A firm kick into a QRT event. Boomski. Yeah, 2 Ferraris in the top 5. I'm not biased, you are. Abdassi Hussein, 8 places in at the minute in the Mustang. And I tell you what, he's about to improve up to 4th position. Hussein doing it for the pros. There's now 3 in the top 4 with Wetzel leading the way in the Silvers, on his way to the pits in the Lambo. Oh, and Dubose, I was just about to say Wraith in second. Dubose has gone second. Oh, look how busy this class is. Love the GT3s. Yeah, quite a few taking part. Over 20. I will set bells and co on to you. Yep. I tell you what, Denart, he's seeing all this squabbling going on behind him, and he's thinking, you know what, I maybe need to be a bit further away from all these drivers. And that is exactly what he's looking to do. De Jong is just invalidating his lap because he really was threatening there, but Denart is looking at a very quick time indeed. He's already into the low 27s. Are we incredibly going to see a 26? 12-degree track temperature, so it has gone up on what it was in practice. Denart doesn't improve then out the last corner. Pietrak out in the Porsche. The GT3 Porsche. Oh no, he's lost time there as well. Singular though. He is finding a whole lot of time. 31.7 he's got at the minute. Oh, just as I say that. He's lost a fair chunk on the way into the infield. The drivers not got long left in the GT3s. Denart comfortably leading the way. Well, I say comfortably. He's almost a second ahead of the nearest pro. De Jong in second is only about a tenth behind. But certainly to the next pro, Denart has got himself a bit of breathing space. Incognito mode, didn't even see him there. We should call him John Cena. Noah Herman. Served a quali ban. After an incident 2 weeks ago, didn't race last week, so we'll be sitting out with qualifying this week. We're on board with Singular. Sets a 131.1. Wraith has just yellow flagged it. He is done with qualifying. We'll have time to get back out. Hussein definitely not done with qualifying. That is a whole lot of green, and the Mustang is going to cross the line and find 3/10. We'll take him up to second place. Third place. My apologies, third place, just behind De Jong. Denart doesn't look like he's done. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he almost had it. Almost had it. Doesn't have time to finish this lap, and he is still going quickly. The tyres will be suffering at this point. It's a lot of punishment as Sky Kohler comes round the last corner. Will see an improvement in time and in position into the top 10. That is 4 silvers and a wild card in the top 10. Not too bad going from them at all. Pietrak is seeing improvements on his lap. Mullins jumps to the pits. Let's see what Pietrak's got. Currently just coming into turn number 3. Heading along the straight for the Porsche GT3 car. Currently going quick enough to see themselves promoted to 13th place. Ahead of Jongen in the Porsche Cup cars. Incredibly, the Porsche Cup cars have stayed almost all together. It's only Ferrari that's been separated from the rest of the Cup cars, and Jongen, the final Cup car in that group, is being chased by a GT3 Porsche. So yeah, fair bit of synergy going on there. Can Pietrak bring this one home and get himself in between Jongen and De La Zeus? But yeah, I mean, that is pretty incredible. 26 cars, and the 4 Porsche Cup cars have managed to stay together. Directly behind 4 silver drivers, who are behind 4 pros and a wild card. Here comes Pietrak across the line, and he does go quicker than Jongen. Absolutely at the death. It is taken by the GT3 car of Pietrak. Quick reminder then, Cups, it was Konzig, Horman, De La Zeus, Jongen, and then Ferrari, with the GT4s being led by Hill, Van der Steeg, O'Reilly, Van der Steeg, and Loon, the top 5 in that class. And in the GT3s, the Silvers led by Wetzel, Wraith in second, De Boos, Kohler, Gerlach, Mullins, and Herman, the 7 drivers setting times. There are the times, my apologies. And yeah, in the pros, let's go for it this way. There is Thiago Denart, 2 purple sectors and pole position. De Jong, the wild card, doing what wild cards like to do here at QRT, getting themselves involved in the top spot. Hussein taking second in the pros, with Woodcut and Gravestein third and fourth place. Fifth is Pietrak, with Sadok in 6th position. Singular in 7th. Tice Payne, not sure if he's racing, he's in incognito mode, so we didn't see him there on 26th position. That's maybe why he was in incognito mode, he knew he would get hammered in qualifying. As we can see, Mullins ahead of Singular. He's going to start down in 18th overall. Ferrari separated from the rest of the Porsche Cup cars. Jongen separated from De La Zeus. In fact, no, he won't be, he'll be right behind him, because Pietrak will be side by side with him. Yeah, so the Porsche Cup cars, it'll be interesting to see what they do off the line, that is for sure. But Thiago Denart doing everything he can to make sure he gets as good a run as possible into turn number 1. 1969 when this track was first conceived. It's gone through almost a dozen facelifts in its time. The most recent, of course, the addition to that chicane. But it is 2.6 miles of track that absolutely deserves the fullest of reverence. Let me just tidy up some data here as well, because we do have 2 pit stops tonight. For the drivers. Don't know why that's changed. Yeah, 75-minute race, 2 mandatory pit stops for the drivers to observe. They are full service pit stops, both of them are. So it will be a tyre change and taking on fuel. The fuel shouldn't change the driver's pit stop time. And anything, yeah, they won't be taking on enough fuel to affect the pit stop time, so it will effectively be a 30-second pit stop for each of the cars. We'll see as and when they decide to take them. 10-degree track temperature. This really is going to be a warm-up lap the drivers are going to need. We'll get a rundown of the full grid momentarily. In fact, we should be good to go now. Excellent. There we go. And they're confirmed then, the runners and riders. Denart in the Mustang, up at the top of the field. Let me just make sure. Apologies, a bit clumsy there. We'll get that relined up for next week. We'll see if we can get a slightly better way of getting that on screen. So it is round number 4. We've had Silverstone, Valencia, Circuit of the Americas, and tonight it is the Red Bull Ring. I'm hoping that was aimed at me, said by a guy who bought a wheel and hasn't used it in 2025. Correct. I have actually used it to map buttons for my flight sim. Does that count? Or is that even worse? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to regret asking that question, am I? There is Noah Herman bringing up the rear of the field. There is Tice Payne incognito in the pits, and there is Thiago Denart coming round the penultimate corner. I don't know why we jumped to Pietrack there. Let's get back to Denart. There he is. Around the last corner. Oh, I tell you what, the McLaren very quick out of the last corner there, right into the dip. This is going to be fascinating at the turn number 1. In fact, yeah, we'll get there so we can see the top view. Yeah, the McLaren has dropped directly back. So here we go then, 75 minutes, 2 pit stops, round 4 of the QRT, Wild Things Racing, and it's green flags, foot down, flat out, and flying into turn number 1. The Lamborghinis of the TPDX team looking very good indeed. Oh, it's 3 wide in the background as the Porsche Cup car. That's Damien Konzig's livery, clearly 4 wide on the exit to turn number 1 with a couple of GT3 cars there getting right in the mix of things. Jan Willem van der Steeg still leading the way in the GT4s. O'Reilly in second place. Kohler and Konzig swapping positions. They're all concertinaed into Remus. There's a 2 wide, 3 wide going on in the background. They're still 3 wide with that McLaren. Pietrack doing well to avoid the issues there. Thiago Denart and Justin De Jong are absolutely flying off into the distance. Woodka finds himself hanging on to those track limits while hanging on to 3rd place in the opening exchanges. Hussein finds himself down into 4th place, so he's lost the position to Woodka. Well, Wetzel now separated from his teammate, not too much separating him from Gravestein though, as they head into the infield section. Damien Konzig up 3 places. Did somebody say Porsche Cup cars at the start? Damien Konzig certainly did. Sky Kohler finds himself up a position. It's Wraith that has tumbled down the order, and he's under serious pressure once again. Jerome Jongen involved in this little battle as well. Multiclass and Jamal Dubose. Dubose there in 15th position. The little McLaren that could, he is chasing Gerlach ahead of him. They've been nose to tail at multiple occasions through this lap, taking a wider line. He's always held the inside line there. Can't quite see how that one has resolved from that distance, but it's still Gerlach with his nose in front. Singular hanging right on at the back of this one as well. He's looking for a move up into turn at number 1. Is he going to make it sticky? Absolutely is. Full commitment from Dubose to get himself ahead of Gerlach, and he's not ahead. Sorry, he's side by side. He is now just ahead. That is a very good sequence of driving from both of them. He's going to be just ahead into the braking zone. He should hang on to this one in Remus. Although round the outside goes Gerlach. That's just bringing the Porsche into it. Nope, and that is signed, sealed and delivered. Denart then leading the way from De Jong. Then it is Woodker up into third position with Hussein in fourth. Wetzel now down in 6th place. Or sorry, still in 6th position. That's where he started, of course. Damien Konzig up those 3 spots and breaking away from Kohler with Horman and De La Zeus up 2 spots. Wraith, as I mentioned, down 4. Dubose had a difficult start, and in fact I think we can see what happened here. So yeah, Dubose did lose positions at the start. He's actually just making them back now. He's at the moment 6 down on where he started, and the Porsche there just hovering in the background, looking for a move up the inside. Big concertina effect, as we mentioned, and yep, a bit of a tap on the rear there. Which didn't involve Dubose, even though it said that was number 88. That is very strange. Denart still leading the way in the GT4s. Let me see. Yeah, Jan Willem van der Steeg has had an absolute flyer of a start. He's made up 3 positions and he's put a GT3 and a Porsche Cup car, at least a couple of them actually, between himself and the next GT4 car, which is Finlay O'Reilly. Although himself and Davy Hill are having themselves an incredible battle. Looks like Hill's got a really good run out of turn number 1, and you can see he's clearly going to have his nose in front. Mercedes versus Aston Martin. They're both carrying a bit of damage as well, actually, so clearly caught up in early incidents. In fact, let's see, Davy Hill car 555. Okay, so we had something off the start line. Let's have a quick look and see. The car ahead didn't go. The car ahead of him didn't move. That was a Lamborghini. Yeah, very strange one. That's worse, how they let you come. Yeah, that is worse, isn't it? I know, it's absolutely shameless. Absolutely shameless. But I do love my flight sims. As soon as they bring F4s to ACC, I'm on the case. The top 2 are definitely on one another's case. Justin De Jong is not letting go of Denart ahead. They are clearly letting go of Woodke behind. He's got who's got Hussein and Graviston within a second of him. Oh, Singular with a yellow flag. He's run wide out of the first corner, out of the second corner. First corner. It is the first corner, so he's run wide out of there. That's going to cost him several positions by the look of it. He is now dropping back. And in fact, Van der Steeg is now back with the GT4, or yeah, sorry, he's grouped with the GT4 cars behind all of the GT3s. Although he does look a bit quicker than Singular at the minute. Singular definitely carrying a bit of damage there. That is not a factory fresh mobile that he's driving. Dubose with the yellow flag. I'll always go quiet for that camera. It looks and sounds amazing. And yeah, the view from Dubose's real spoiler, it certainly does look amazing as well. He's now down net 3 positions, so he's made back another 3 with everything that's gone on in the last few corners. So these cars chasing to get their positions back. Pietrak and Jongen ahead of him are up 2 positions overall, between them, sorry, 1 each. And De La Zeus, the driver that has kindly donated So yeah, he's down too. Gerlach and Sadok, both in their original position. The top 6 all in the same positions that they started in. De Jong keen to change that one, I'm sure. Looks like Graveston is getting himself pretty close to Wootka. This is 4 points in the Pro Division. That's Wootka, that's Graveston. This is down into 4. Good old Sloss goal. Different line from both the drivers there. The Mustang keeping on the inside, just in case the Lambo made a mistake on that outside line. Doesn't compromise his exit speed, so does get a bit closer as they head down into the infield section. And yeah, Graveston applying the pressure, but Hussein will be feeling it as well. Quite the array of headlights he's got in his rear view mirror, that is for sure. Both teammates and Graveston sandwiched in the middle. Oh, and the Lambo's run a bit too deep there. He's carried way too much momentum. Graveston's surely going to have a look. He did have a look, but no room at the end. Is he going to be able to make amends for that out of the last corner? The Lambo very nearly losing the position. That's going to give Hussein that we're on board with a bit of a breather, as the Mustang full send up the inside absolutely holds on to it. The Lambo runs ever so slightly wide on the exit to turn number 1, which is going to put them side by side along the second straight. Can we get a helicam please? Yes we can, and he's got it done very nicely indeed. And Wetzel could jump on that bandwagon as well. Absolutely no team orders between these two at any point in time during the season, and we love it. They're going to be going for it again pretty soon, although as I'm saying that, the sister car of Wootka is absolutely taken off there. Phenomenal exit once again from the Lamborghini driver, and that's kept him right in that Mustang slipstream and almost left Wetzel standing there. I wonder if the two of them are using the same setup. The two teammates, that would certainly be interesting. Oh, now he's just run a bit wide there, was maybe following a bit closely. It's good when you're in the slipstream because it gets you more speed, but oh, it gets you more speed, and he's clipped the curb on the inside. His teammates done well to avoid him there, and through turn number 8. That is a drop in position for Wootka. He did incredibly well to mitigate the circumstances of that. We're going to go on to, and tell you what, yeah, let's do helicam. Helmet cam. We'll get a look at this one from on board. Just runs that little bit deep there, and yeah, that's never going to go well. Tries to correct it, gets the grass on the inside. Massive snap of oversteer, and there goes his teammate and through. Yep, that's that one done. Although Justin De Jong's just got a yellow flag. Oh, Justin De Jong has tumbled down the order and is carrying an unbelievable amount of damage. Car 993 up on the replay now. No damage at this point. He's getting left behind a bit by Donat in this shot. Ooh, he is right over on that entrance curb. Ooh, big bounce. Oh, wow. And that is how quickly and how violently it can go wrong at the Red Bull Ring. As we can see, a bit brave on this left-hand side. Hits that sausage curb, unsettles the car. And he was nothing but a passenger there. Thiago Donat there now with a monstrous lead up at the front of the field. Hussein, no such luck for him at the minute. He's got Graveston absolutely breathing down his neck now that Graveston has passed Wetzel and Wootka. How is number 79 doing? Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Noah Herman. Just making a bit of a mistake before the back straight. Finlay O'Reilly actually is stationary. Yeah, that is a strange one. Car 79 is Jerome Yongan. He is in the P Cup cars. So what is he in? About 3rd place at the minute. Oh, he's just been massively overtaken there. That is Dale Jesus making his way past yours. Just lost the position there. Sorry, the new timing tower. It's going to take me a bit of time to get used to with the classes. I wonder if I can change that. Yes, so Jongen in 4th place. He is ahead of Dale Zeus. Damien Konzig's up to 5th position. Sorry, yeah, 6th position. He's up 4 places. That is a phenomenal start from the Post Cup driver to get so far up. He's followed by Horman in 2nd place. In the GT4s is Jan Willem van der Steeg, who is leading the way. Eric van der Steeg now finds himself up into 2nd place. Davy Hill is in 3rd position. There is a penalty, comms, that he got a drive-through clear. De Jong. Yeah, down the order. Now, he might have taken a pit stop, actually. Oh, yes, he has. He was in for 28.2 seconds. Yep, so he's been in for a pit. So's Davy Hill as well. Sorry, my apologies. There we go. Usplain's on his way out with the pits. So that's what it is. Yeah, Hill and De Jong have both taken pit stops so far. Out of the 2 to take, yeah, there we go. We can see on the side, De Jong and Loon down to 1 each. Thiago Denart, no sign of him coming into the pits. No sign of him being challenged by the cars behind either. Now 16 seconds ahead. Graveston still very much on the back. There is Hill. Oh, and that's a big... Yep, he slightly misjudged that with everything that was going on there, and that has been hugely costly to the 2 Mustangs, as it is the TPDX drivers that find themselves benefiting from that one there. And Damien Konzig has made his way through as well. Oh wow, so yep, that is a painful one for the 2 Stangs. Horman is going to close up. Here comes Dubose as well. He's back to where he started. So at one point was down 8 positions. He's back to where he started. This is a fully committed drive from the silver driver. Hussein now down 2. Graveston down 1. Konzig in 4th place overall in the Porsche Cup car. And the TPDX team now see Woodkit in 3rd place behind silver teammate Kevin Wetzel, once again performing wonders in that Lamborghini. Denart, he's performing real wonders. In fact, we don't need that on. So yeah, some drive there up at the front of the field. And yeah, still all the action going on as Tom Pietrak trying to get his way. The Porsche GT3 trying to get past the Porsche Cup car. Oh, and in fact, no, he's just been overtaken by Herman. It's Herman in 13th. Dubose into into the what is that? 15 minutes in. Dubose coming in to take his first pit stop. He is going to lose a monstrous amount of places. We'll see if anyone around answers in kind and decides to come in as well. De Jong and Loon, the only 2 other drivers that have pitted there in the GT4s, of course. Payne still in the pits. Oh, Collar the wrong way. Sky Collar facing the wrong way. Yellow flag and an accident. Let's see. Oh, so this is out of the last corner. Collar going side by side, and in fact getting the car in front on the way to turn number 1. Keeps it over to the right hand side. Oh, and a big contact in the rear there. Yeah, that is a big one. The stewards, I'm sure, will have a look at that. Unfortunately, Yeah, we won't get to see penalties that are getting added from the stewards. I will pop that in the notes for next week, make sure I can, or yeah, see if we can't get that added. Hadjo Horman, he's come in to the pits, the Porsche Cup car, the first Cup car to do so, leaving Konzing in fourth. De La Zeus and Jongen have stayed out. Dubose was the GT3 car that came in. He's back out in 19th position, only 3 seconds ahead of the GT4s that haven't pitted yet. De Jong in the GT3 wild cards. He's out in 23rd position. He'll be closing in on Davy Hill pretty quickly. Only 12 seconds is the gap there. As Horman loses more spots there. Sky Collar and Peter Singular both going past while Horman's in the pits. Collar. Oh, another yellow flag for Collar. It's definitely turning into a race to forget so far for Kohler. Less than 20 minutes in, and that's two big incidents in the last two laps, both in turn one. Terrible camera angle, but we can see what happened. The giant sausage curve on the left-hand side, kicking Kohler way out wide and into the wall. That's more damage that you definitely don't need. Abbasi Hussein looking to head back towards the overall podium. Needs to get past Damien Konzig first. Is sitting third in the pros with Denart and Wutka ahead. So much more grip for the Mustang on the way through. That is Eric van der Stegen, the GT4 Mercedes that they both go past. It gives you a good idea of the difference in talents between the three classes. A whole lot of grip for the GT3s, a whole lot of straight line speed for the Porsche Cup cars, and yeah, a whole lot of dial back everything for the GT4s. As you can see, Eric's Mercedes getting left behind. Hussein getting a good run down the hill. He should hold on to this position until he comes in to the pits. Wraith looking to make positions and is still up one. Jongen up 6. Noah Herman, what a start to the race Noah's had. Up on the silver podium at the minute. Made 16 spots in the opening exchanges. We've got Gravestein who's handed over one of those spots by coming into the pits. He's going to come back out. 15th position. There is another car just rounding turn number 1, so he's going to get thrown right into the thick of things. And it is Mullins, in fact, who hasn't taken his pit yet. Harman behind, not too far behind, has taken his pit. But Gravestein, yeah, the lead car now to have taken his pit stop. Pietrak having a bit of a moment through turn 7 and 8 there. For some reason the camera not moving. Oh, there we go. Oh, and in fact it's pretty stationary actually. Pietrak, I think it's had a bit of an incident. Let's have a look and see. So heading down towards Wurth. Ooh, the back of the car looking a little bit sketchy there. Oh wow, all kinds of sketchy there. And yeah, Pietrak losing positions. Comes past the pit lane though, so no pit stop there. Ferrari in the Porsche Cup car comes into the pits from 5th place. Kohler on his way out. Sebastian Picano on his way out in the GT4s. He has quite a few laps down. I think he's just joined, unless I'm mistaken. Well, not long joined, certainly. 11 laps down the race. Yeah, that is quite a few. That is quite a few. We're on board with Denart, the current race leader. We are about 20 minutes into this one. So first pit stops for a lot of the drivers will be taken soon. The pit closes with 10 minutes left of the race. They need to get 2 pit stops done before then. Graveston as, oh no, Herman. just running a bit wide. Damien Konzig just having a bit of a flutter out with turn 1 as well. Has been overtaken by Hussein, as we saw. Hussein now pulling away and putting in some good times as well. Van der Steeg and Molins both come in to the pits. That's Eric Van der Steeg coming in. Eric is still out with 2 to take. Davy Hill has got 2 to take as well. Luna and Picaro have got 1 done each. So yeah, they are starting to filter in. Denart staying out once again. What have we got for track temperature? 9-degree track temperature, wow. That's a whole lot of graining. Yeah, that is a whole lot of graining. De La Zeus is on the back of Jerome Jongen. Neither of these two have been into the pit so far. It is the final 2 positions on the Porsche Cup podium. And it is De La Zeus looking to get himself up to second. Phil, it most certainly is. That is extremely chilly, it is safe to say. Extremely chilly. And yeah, going to be an absolute nightmare for the drivers when they're coming to the pit, especially in the GT4s. They really do take a while to get their tyres up to temperature, so they're going to have them absolutely cooking on the way out of the pits. Pietrak in for his pit stop. Eric Van der Steeg from the GT4s, he comes in. That should give Hill, there we go, the on-track lead. Oh, Jongen absolutely squirreling out with turn number 3 there. Yeah, even all that weight in the back, it is amazing how much the suspension bounces these wheels. Oh, a lot of sideways motion from the drivers in the Porsche Cup cars. Not surprising with that track temperature. These cars really are an absolute certifiable nightmare on their tyres in any conditions whatsoever, and I don't imagine this is any exception. 9 degrees. It does say it's sunny and clear. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that works. It's 9:30 at night though, so it's probably more moon than sun at this point. These two staying out. Eric Van der Steeg on his way out of the pits. Pietrak still in there. He'd only just gone in when we picked up on that across the start-finish line. Jongen and De La Zeus, less than a second separating them still. Dubose catching up to the back of Horman. Of course, he's been in the pits. We've seen what a comeback drive he's had already. Oh, Gerlach comes into the pits. Yep, Gerlach comes in. Quite a few drivers will go past once again. No sign of Denart coming into the pits. He's round at the last corner once again. He's absolutely in the flow. I'd imagine at this stage, if your tyres are in the prime operating window, then you're as well just going for it as long as you can. Because yeah, this is very, very, very chilly cold. De La Zeus still, whoa, still absolutely driving the wheels off that Porsche Cup car. Trying to do anything he can to get past teammate Jongen. Oh, it does sound very good. I know we don't usually use chase cam, but if we do chase cam on Jongen, oh, I did think we'd hear a lot of De La Zeus's car behind. You can certainly hear that one when it gets close down towards the last corner. These two still second and third in the Porsche Cups. The leader of the Porsche Cup cars has come in. Damien Konzig comes into the pits, followed by second place Silver, Wraith. So they two come in. Jongen and De La Zeus will stay out on track and continue their battle. Graveston is the moment the lead car on track that's taking his pit stop. He was ahead of Konzig just before he came in. We'll see if he still is. Hasn't really been bothered too much with traffic in this since he's come out of the pits as well. Oh, Wickle snap oversteer there for De La Zeus, wrestles it back into shape. There we go, that's Hill coming into the pits. Herman in there as well. Konzig and Wraith were in there first, of course. These two getting now very close to the cars ahead of them as well. Oh, sorry, some blue flag traffic is due. Watching a car exiting the pits. Is that Damien Konzig? Oh yeah, yes, he got out just ahead of them. Jongen, oh, picking up a yellow flag there as De La Zeus goes past. Oh, Jongen is stationary. Car 79, Jongen. Let's have a look and see. Caught up to the cars ahead. Oh, wow. Now the car just decided to grip in no useful way at all, and that has put Jongen stage exit left there. Incredibly unlucky, as De La Zeus does pull the trigger. He's come in to the pits. Sadok is still out, and Wetzel is the on-track leader, which means Tanago Diart has taken his pit stop. Didn't even notice that. He's come back out in third place. Ferrari and Kohler got a yellow flag. Kohler's not had the best of races so far. A lot of incidents. Ferrari on his way out of the pits. De La Zeus dropping positions. Jongen did stay out, as I said. Thiago Denart then finds himself 30 seconds behind the TPDX duo of Wutka and Wetzel. It is the silver driver though that is leading the way. His teammate is most certainly getting close. Again, there's been no sign of team orders between these two so far this season. It has been straight up, flat out racing. I'm expecting much of the same in this one as well. Such a good use of the curve by both drivers. I could definitely see Wetzel being a worthy addition to the pro category next season. He's keeping that one over to the left, trying to give away as little slipstream as possible without weaving back and forward. That just ends up costing you more time. Yep, good exit once again. I'm wondering if we're going to see these drivers come in. Sadok has come in to the pits. So yeah, despite all those drivers coming into the pits, 4 of the top 5 still to come in. And in fact, I think they are the only 4 drivers. Yes, there are. Yeah, so 4 of the top 5 still to come in as Sadok comes in. So that's 3 of the top 5. Graveston retakes 5th position. And TPDX are staying up again. Both cars staying out. Denart 32 seconds, so he is catching them. He absolutely is catching them. De Jong back out in 14th position after that early incident and his first pit stop. In the GT4s, it is Jan Willem van der Steeg who is leading the way, and he's got Molins in the silver GT3s between himself and Eric van der Steeg, who is in second in the GT4 Mercedes. Davy Hill in third place with the Alpine Just Loon breaking the dominance of the Mercedes with Picano in the pit for his second stop. Wow, so less than halfway into the race, Picano comes in for his second stop. That is an early one. I mean, the cars can easily do 44 minutes on a set of tyres and a tank of fuel, even at 9-degree track temperature. Maybe would be my first choice, given the format available. But yeah, Picano rolling the dice. Let's see what happens there. Dubose all over the back of Herman still. Gerlach on the back of De Jong. De Jong looking to make his way back up the field. He's down 10 positions on where he started. There is a battle going on here as well, and Dubose. Yeah, he's got Horman and Konzig just ahead of him. And Konzig is right back in the clutches of, what is that, Konzig just ahead? Yes, it very much is. Yeah, so the top two in the Porsche Cup cars are right back next to one another. Yeah, that is a phenomenal drive by Hajo Horman. Putting the pressure back on the Porsche Cup Championship leader. Wetzel has come into the pits. The silver race driver has come into the pits. He's going to take his first mandatory stop. Oh, and he's lost it. Oh, he's lost the back of the car there. That was a tough one to hold on to. I tell you, I guarantee he's lost a fair bit of time there. The back of the Porsche absolutely squealing. I think he's only saving grace is the fact that Dubose is directly on the back of Hajo Horman. But certainly Konzig, he will be ruining that slight mistake sooner rather than later on. As I say that, Dubose comes in for his second pit stop. Wow, so there we go then, 40 minutes left to go. That is Dubose coming in for his second pit stop. Going for the Uber undercut. We've seen a few cars try it this season so far. So we'll see if it plays for Dubose. He was back to where he started. So yeah, in the meantime, we will keep an eye on this battle between Horman and Konzig, and it's most definitely a battle with Konzig making a slight mistake, and that's brought Horman right back up under his rear spoiler again. Now only 4/10 behind him as they head down into turn number 4. Both of them going to need to be very good on the brakes. Which they are, well, it goes without saying, if you're in the Porsche Cup car you need to be good on the brakes. Half a second separating these two. Dubose still in the pits, down to 14th. Little bit of a wiggle from Konzig there. Nothing major. Attacking those curves on the left and the right. All that momentum carried through that sector as needed to do. Denart is closing in on Wutka, in fact. He's got it down to 26 seconds. So yeah, 9 seconds he's made back. And there is confirmation. Dubose out of the pits, 16th place I believe. He is indeed taking both his stops. So the silver driver will be running all the way to the end. We'll see if he gets on. Noah Herman just ahead. Over 8 pit lane infringements so far. Wow. Yeah. Yes, so what is the operating procedure then? Are those drivers going to get time penalties? Because yeah, unfortunately for some reason ACC TV doesn't seem to show those penalties appearing on the timing tower. So yeah, do let me know. Wraith is certainly letting the Porsche Cup cars ahead know that he is there. They've got a good gap back to De La Zeus as well. Okay, it's going to be post-race, 5 seconds per infringement. Right. Wow, so 40 seconds in penalties, over 40 seconds in penalties so far to be handed out, and we've still got another round of pit stops to go. Okay, I just thought the Twitch chat was echoing again. Along the start-finish straight. Wraith, Wutka's coming to the pits. Wutka has come into the pits. He's on his way back out. Wow, back out in 9th place. Denart with the 20-second lead over Jerome Jongen, who is in second, has his first pit stop still to take. So yeah, we've got one driver with no pit stops to take and one driver with 2 pit stops to take, although I think... There we go. So Jongen coming in for his first stop of the day. Wetzel comfortably leading the way in the silvers in the Lambo. He's been in and out. He's 3rd place overall, and that is about to be 2nd when he comes past the pit lane. Graveston is very close indeed, but it's not going to make any difference to Graveston's finishing position if he does get ahead of Wetzel, because he is chasing down Denart in the pros, but still a good 2nd place for him so far. There's Horman coming into the pit. Yeah, so not seeing much time at all between some of these drivers coming in and out of the pits. Let's see what's going on with Herman there. Bit of a yellow flag. I think himself and Pietrak made a bit of contact there. They have both survived though. Jongen into the pits. And there we go, Dale is just promoted. So a couple of the Porsche Cup cars coming in just on the halfway mark of the race. That's going to be both of their pit stops done and dusted. Hardly any camera time up at the front has been Thiago Denart. Has not put a foot wrong from qualifying right through to lap number 25 of the race. Sends it up the inside of a back marker into turn number 1. 35-second gap back, so he's almost got a free pit stop at this pace. Molins comes in to the pits as well. It's not going to be constant with people coming in and out of the pits, isn't it? Horman in and out again. Is he going to stay? Is he going to be ahead of Dubose? Yeah, only just. Only just. So many cars still in the hunt for this one. De Jong back up to 9th position, so a net loss of 7 so far, with Noah Herman, the big gainer, still 12 places after the first round of pit stop. Still hanging on to that, although Tom Pietrak is hanging on to the back of him, looking to take back one of those positions, the position that Pietrak lost himself. In fact, let's jump on to Herman's rear spoiler. Maybe cursing the commentator there. Pietrak just running a bit wide. Sky Kohler with a bit of a yellow flag on the way out of turn at number 1, so running a little close to those track limits. Sadok flown right under the radar, but still running well in the pros in that Lambo. Getting the job done through the pits. Jongen looks to be moving again. Yep, he's on the pit exit, so he's on his way back out. Wetzel setting some very good laps. Still improving on his times, despite the track temperature being 9 degrees. Molin's on his way out. That's his pit stop. Pit stop requirements reached and breached, so he won't be looking to come back in again. Konzig battling away with Wraith, but the Ferrari GT3 far too much grip for the Porsche Cup car to contend with. And in fact, Konzig comes into the pits. So Konzig coming in for his 2nd pit stop. So there we go. They've left it. Yeah, about 20 minutes in for the first pit stop, 25 minutes, and then not many laps later, they're all piling in to get their 2nd one done as well. Horman, Dubose, Jongen and Molins all done with their pit stops, and it's going to be Damien Konzig on that list as well. Thiago Denart now 36 seconds up the road, and Graveston and Wetzel are still absolutely into one another at the minute. Wetzel's Lambo never really had much of a clear rear view mirror since the start of the race, and that is a trend that is definitely continuing at the moment. Down into the infield we go. Well, as to go past a GT4 car, yep, the Mercedes. That is Van der Steeg leading the way in the GT4s. He is still leading the way ahead of Eric Van der Steeg. Davy Hill in 3rd place, Loon in 4th position. Also, we've lost one of the GT4s. We have lost another Mercedes, whose name completely, my mind has gone absolutely blank. I should know it. I definitely do know it. Ah, who was the other Mercedes driver in the GT4s? I really am going to kick myself when I remember. But yeah, back to the on-track action. We're on board with silver leader Wetzel fending off pro second placed Graveston. Hussein has had a good comeback drive as well, bit of a contact with Graveston, but they're both still out and running. Tom Pietra closing in on the Post Cup leader. Horman has been in and out. Konzig's come back out ahead. Oh, yellow flag for Wraith. Wraith with a big spin down the hill. Car number 6, yellow flag, and then an accident. That looks like not Pietrac. Singular in the Porsche behind. Oh wow, huge misjudgment on the brakes here by Singular. And that is going to be a pretty big penalty. Yep, it is a great league. Great league. There's always great racing, although just as we say that, yeah, we see Singular in the dark completely misses brakes and absolutely pile into the back of Wraith. Singular comes into the pits. I imagine he's got a fair bit of front end damage. Oh, Thiago Denard, the race leader, has been involved in an accident. Denard involved in an accident. Let's have a look at this one. The infield section. Oh, he slowed right up for the Porsche Cup car there at Ferrari. Oh, and there's a bit of contact. So yeah, that is hugely slowed them down. Obviously, that's 5 seconds slower on that lap time there, and Wetzel definitely gaining ground for that one. Wraith and Woodka having themselves a battle. It looks like they have swapped positions. Woodka car 110 losing himself a spot there as Wraith in the silvers goes up to 5th place. More movers and shakers down the board as well. Singular in the pits. Gerlach comes into the pits as well. Hussein with a bit of a yellow flag. But he is still running. If you bear with me a moment, my apologies. I'm going to leave you on board with the race leader. I need a very, very, very quick pit stop myself. I'll be back momentarily. Enjoy Thiago Denard lighting up the timing towers. Here we go, Donat still absolutely flying. Graveston actually losing a bit of time to Wetzel. Dubose is looking to push his way back inside the top 10. One of the drivers is done with the pits and he is all over the back of Pietrak, who's still got a pit stop to take. Oh, he tries to go up the inside, the Porsche right on the edge of the track limits there. Surely the McLaren doing everything he can to avoid contact with the rear there. Stout defence put up by Pietrak at the moment. He moved over to avoid the slipstream. Oh, McLaren flashes the lights, absolutely sends it up the inside. You can hear the Porsche right alongside him there. Pietrak just putting a wheel on the gravel. The two of them are absolutely neck and neck, and in fact the McLaren is back behind the Porsche. So they're still battling away. The Benson and Hedges logo absolutely huge in the rear view mirror of the Porsche. There he is once again as they tear down the hill into turn number 4. The McLaren desperate to get past on his charge for the top 10, although he is 5th in the... Oh, in silver, sorry. Yes, he's trying to chase down the silvers as Dubose. As he got this one up inside, no, he's not. The Porsche again. What an exit he's got. Oh, we've got a yellow flag for Loon. Oh, because he's exiting the pits. Oh no, it's his accident. What's going on there? Oh, he's gone for it up the inside of turn number 9. Is he going to make that one stick? He's going to hold a solid line if he's going to get it. Oh, doesn't quite manage it. There's Eric van der Steen in the GT4s just ahead of them. He's going to get dragged right into this battle as Ferrari in the Porsche Cup car comes in for his second pit stop. We'll see what's happened with Just Loon. The sail went through, that separated them. Here is Loon, that is Hussein ahead of him. This isn't through Rouse, sorry, ignore that at the bottom. This is through turn number 2 on the way into Remus. Oh! That's Molins. Has just ploughed clean into the back of him there. Another driver completely missing his braking zone in the dark there. That has been, that's going to be hugely costly to both drivers. Certainly Just Loon there. He's going to lose a lot of time after that one. Christian Woodkin now finds himself on the back of Wraith. Wraith, I think, carrying a bit of damage. Woodkin looking to take advantage of that if he can. Damien Konzig and Hajo Horman now separated by a couple of seconds, with Dubose still chasing down Pietrak. In fact, Davy Hill there in the GT4s just right in the middle of those cars. Loon in the force has taken both his pit stops, so that's him out to the end of the race. So any tyre damage or damage to the car, he's going to have to live with that one until the checkered flag now. Jan Willem van der Steeg, he is leading the way in the GT4s at the minute. He's still got a pit stop to take. So do second and third though, Hill and van der Steeg. It's been an absolute yo-yo between the GT4s. Podium positions. There is Pietrak and Graveston both coming into the pits at the same time. That's going to be their last pit stop done and dusted. The pits of course only open for another 14 minutes. They close with 10 minutes of the race to go, and in fact Hussein comes into the pits as well. Yeah, the pit lane has seen pretty constant action tonight. Woodcat still chasing down Wraith. Wraith getting a very good exit out with the last corner though, and that is going to separate them by a fair bit at the minute. De La Zeus is behind Gerlach, who needs to take that pit stop as well. We've got Kohler and Jan Willem van der Steeg still to take their pits, with 3 cars in there at the moment. And that is absolutely flying up at the front. He really is moving. He's now 40 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. And this is going to put him firmly atop the championship going into the next round, which will of course be round, oh, there we go, round number 5 at Kailami. Haha, yes. Absolutely can't wait for that one. Noah Herman coming into the pits. Now that is the driver that has had a very good race so far. No Herman, there he is there. Comes into the pits after getting himself 17 places up the grid. And he's going to get that final pit stop done. Van der Steeg is in the GT4s. We'll see what Herman can do in the last stint of the race for him. 22 minutes left to go there. You can see just dropping down to 13th and 14th. You'll make back a couple of those spots as Wraith comes into the pits. Now, does he have any damage on the front of that? Oh no, he doesn't, sorry. I think he's just had a bit of a wiggle, that's why the car behind caught up so quickly. Graveston, where is he? Just coming towards the penultimate corner himself. He has been in and out. He's 5th place overall after taking both his pit stops. Still a couple of spots ahead of Hussein in 7th, who's now got Damien Konzig once again getting pretty close to the back of that Mustang. Herman on his way out of the pits. Van der Steeg's still in there. Both Van der Steeg's in the pits actually. With Wraith joining them in there. No sign of Denat coming in at the moment. And in fact, deal is that Gerlach just coming in, or is Gerlach made a mistake? Yep, so he is coming on this lap. Gerlach on his way in. Delasus and De Jong did get past just before that, so I'm not sure he had a bit of a moment. But certainly that is him in. There is Gravestein back up to 4th place. He is very much looking for 2nd in both the overall race and in the pros. 2nd in the pros is looking very good for him at the moment. He's going to have to go somewhere to catch up to Kevin Wetzel, though. He has had an absolute world of a race as the race leader does come in. There is Thiago Denat on his way in. Wonder if we can get an update on the oh wow, I was just going to say how many, there we go, 12 pit lane entry penalties. So yeah, 1 minute of penalties is going to be handed out to the drivers. There is, no, that wasn't called, that was Gerlach, sorry, that was being dropped. And away again, Denat will be dropped soon. Wetzel has stayed out, so he's going for a few more laps. 10 minutes before the pit window closes. 1 minute 30, 1 minute 28 actually, 1 minute 27s for the drivers up in front of the GT3, so plenty of time for them to come in and take their pits. That's Wraith, I believe, just out the pits. Yes, it is. Getting himself involved, some blue flags there for him to deal with, and in fact unlapping himself against 2nd placed Wetzel, sorry, who's actually the race leader. So there we go. Gets out the pits just ahead. Thiago Denat is back out the pits in 2nd place. He's got his all his pit stops done, and he is back out in 2nd. So despite that little moment that he had with one of the back markers, he has got himself a comfortable lead of the race and is in fact closing in on Wetzel. Wetzel with the 2nd stint of with the overall lead, and yeah, the silver driver has not put a foot wrong in the opening hour. Only 19 minutes left to bring home a very good win. Sadok and Konzig swapping places. Sadok coming in to the pits, there's confirmation there. Davy Hill is on his way out of the pits in the GT4s. Comes tearing out, where is he? 22nd place. So still in 2nd then, ahead of Eric van der Steeg, but behind Jan Willem van der Steeg. So the GT4s, they've all taken all their pit stops since van der Steeg in 1st, Hill in 2nd, van der Steeg 3rd, and Joos Loon in 4th place in the Alpine. Still, for the life of me, can't remember the other Mercedes GT4 driver. O'Reilly! Finlay O'Reilly. There we go. Hajo Horman chasing down Damien Konzig for the win in the Porsche Cup cars. These two miles ahead of Arnaud Delazeus, but Delazeus has done well to get himself back on the podium. Wraith having a bit of a moment. Let's just see. Oh, just carried a bit much pace there. Was definitely left enough room, but opened up a bit much on the way out. That was Gerlach that he made contact with, and that has put Dubose ahead of him. So changes. Oh no, slightly different car, my apologies. We've got another one, yep, that's Wetzel, race leader, our on-track leader coming into the pits. That is going to put Denart firmly back in the lead. 17 minutes left to go, only Christian Wutke, Wetzel's teammate, left to take his final pit stop. Big green flashes there, as there we go, confirmation, Denart. 1 minute 27.680. One of only two drivers to get in the 1 minute 27s, Justin De Jong. Quite unsurprisingly, the other one. He is in 10th place at the moment. That is still down 8 on where he started. The wild card definitely getting the short straw in the opening lap. Good comeback drive. He was last. So yeah, good comeback drive. Wetzel. There he is on his way back out. Oh, Graveston now coming round the last corner. Has Wetzel done enough to stay ahead of Graveston? Graveston fires across the start-finish line and approaches the braking zone. As we can see the Lamborghini on the left there. He's going to be on the exit. Graveston is going to have a lot of momentum. Has he got it done? I think Graveston has. He has. He is going to steal second place from silver driver Christian Wutke. Wutke is going to have slightly better tyres. But he's going to have a bit of time warming them up. But that is a phenomenal stint by Graveston. That was an almighty battle between himself and Wutke for overall second. Oh, and a bit of a wobble there for Wetzel, I believe. Yeah, so Graveston's got himself ahead of both of them. And in fact, there's Wetzel ahead of Wutke as well. Oh no, sorry, Wutke's still to take his pit stop. That is Wetzel and Graveston that we're watching, my apologies. I'm getting myself a bit excited there. That is, yeah, there is Wutke there. He is coming into the pit, so we'll see where he comes back at. He was behind these two, but yeah, definitely Graveston has overtaken Wetzel for overall second place. Hussein is 20 seconds down. Horman is within 0.3 of a second. So the battle for the race win in the Porsche Cup cars is going to come right down to the wire. We'll jump back on Wutke when it says he is on his way out of the pits and see where he comes out compared to Graveston and Wetzel. I do think it is going to be very, very, very close indeed. Certainly not close between the GT4 cars, but the podium in the GT3 Silvers and Pros definitely still one to watch. And Wutke has been overtaken, and he is stationary. Wow, so it's not close. Yeah, there is Wutke moving now. He's gone past it. Oh yeah, of course he had an incident early doors as well, didn't he? Yeah, so that is why he is down. But yeah, Hussein then. That's him up to third in the pros. Wetzel third overall. Wutke on his way out. He's going to fall behind Dubose as well. So Dubose up to 7th place. So that's him actually up a position on where he started. That is a phenomenal drive by Dubose. 2nd place he's now got in the silvers, with Wutke in the pros behind him. And Wraith not too far behind. He's down a couple of spots from where he started, so he'll definitely be keen to catch up there if he can. Maybe get some slipstream from the Lambo to help achieve that ambition. 13 minutes left to go. Wetzel is 2nd behind Graveston. Denart 48 seconds ahead. after 40 laps. That's just over a second a lap quicker. And his yeah, pit stop times were pretty quick as well, as you can imagine. He has had very little camera time so far. Oh, in fact, in saying that, no, my apologies, he's not. He's actually the most, 15%. Well, there we go. It certainly doesn't feel like it. But he has been absolutely moving over the front. Mehdi Sadok hasn't actually spent much time on stream, neither has Alexander Molins. They've flown very firmly under the radar so far this race. Molins losing 3 spots at the start and really struggling to make them back. Gerlach down in position. Sadok, though, has made up 2 spots, which has got him past Pietrák, so an improvement for the pro finish there. Let me just check. Yes, so Sadok actually 5th in the pros. With the amount of other classes that are mixed into the top 10, and mixed is not a word. Sadok is actually 5th in the pros at the minute. Let's see what's going on with Dubose. Right on the back of Horman, who's right on the back of Konzig. Konzig has got a fairly busy rear spoiler at the minute. Horman, Dubose, Vutka and Wraith all closing right in, and that is pro driver looking for pride and 2 silver drivers looking for podium finishes. Dubose currently holding on to second place in those silvers as he hangs on to the back of, he's really close to that Porsche. He's going to need to make sure he gets this move to absolutely stick. If he doesn't, he's going to find himself down a spot. Valkyrie Performance, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. We've got 11 minutes left of round number 4. In the last corner. How close are these cars going to get? We know how much the Porsche Cup cars struggle through the corners, but in a straight line, they are absolutely supreme. They're going to go 3 wide behind Konzig. Absolute full set from the Lambo. He's almost taking the back of the Porsche Cup car. He's taking himself off the track. He's potentially taking himself out of the equation. No, he's not. He's carried the momentum. He's going to get a slap on the stewards. Slap on the wrists from the stewards for that one. But he's certainly very much still in the hunt, as Wraith has just dropped back ever so slightly. But Dubose is going to hang on to the overall position from Wutka at the minute. Our number 988 is driving a good race. Yes, Gravestein, he absolutely is driving it. It's a great race. He's in 2nd place behind one of the top 100 drivers on the planet. So yes, that is a phenomenal race. Solid pack, and yeah, he could quite easily be involved in this battle here. We see pro driver Wutka. Let's get on board so we get a rear view mirror. Trying to get himself past Dubose, while Wraith is trying to get past both of them. That would see him up to 2nd. I want to tell you what, he was looking quick down there at the bottom on the way to the Worth. Couldn't quite make it stick. We know the Ferrari a very good all-rounder. How does it do in 9-degree track temperature though? We're certainly finding out. We're certainly, Wraith is finding out. All the drivers are finding out the hard way tonight. 9 degrees. And there we go, 10 minutes to go. The pit window is now closed. That's everyone been into the pits twice to change tyres and take on fuel. And we can see the Ferrari looking for the cutback. Is he going to get this one up the inside? No, he's not quite able. Worst time possible to get a tickle in the throat there as the Lamborghini looking for a move. Here comes Wraith. It's almost the 3rd car in the equation that's the better position. He's picked his pony there. He's seen the attempted move. He knew exactly where to put the car. And Wutka, instead of going up, has dropped a spot. The Ferrari biding his time absolutely beautifully there. But is it going to be enough to fend off the Lambo? He's now up the inside of turn number 8. He's taking the position back again. What a battle between these two. Wraith, of course, fully concentrated on Dubose. 2 positions ahead, but if he's going to get there, he needs to get past this Lamborghini first. And that is proving to be somewhat of a tricky proposition for the Ferrari driver. 8 minutes left to somehow work his magic if he can. Dubose still under constant pressure here as well. Hasn't been able to break away while the 2 behind go at it. Good exit from turn number 1 from all 3 of the drivers on screen. Denart absolutely pulling away from it, with it still up at the front. 1 minute 27.017. Oh, he's gone for it again. Wraith into turn number 3. Full send, delicious there. Absolutely makes that one stick. Let's see if we can get this from a bit of helicam. So yeah, that was it with turn number 1. Wow, look at the ground he's about to make up here. That is incredible. Now I'm wondering, did the Lambo just let him through there? Was that some kind of redressing of positions perhaps? Or did the Lambo just miss his brakes, realise that he wasn't going to sort of brake too early, realised he'd brake too early and thought, yeah, you know what, I'll just get out of the way and live to fight another day. Yeah, a bit of a strange one there. Thiago Denart. He's actually catching up to this group. That is incredible. Damien Konzig. Oh, Wraith with the yellow flag. Oh, a little bit of a bump. Didn't quite get the foot down. That is Thiago Denart. Oh, Hajo Horman is stationary. Hajo Horman has had himself an incident. Let's have a look and see what's happened to the Porsche Cup car. Still trying to catch up to Damien Konzig into turn 1. He was later on the brakes. Has he carried that momentum? Oh, the back of the Porsche just said no. Yep, full Zamo said no. Good recovery though. Certainly could have lost a lot more time there, but he's definitely lost the rear spoiler of Konzig. He now finds himself with a whole lot of GT3 machinery between him and fellow Porsche Cup driver Damien Konzig, who won't be too sad. Although in fact he probably will. He loves the side-by-side racing action. As we see the QRT GT4 car being caught up by this pack of GT3s. A pack that does have Thiago Denart at the back of it. Really just goes to show you how good a drive Denart has put on in this one. He's catching up to the battle for 6th position, and he really is catching up. That's Woodcock just ahead of him, Wraith and Dubose. Certainly within striking distance. 5 minutes left to go. You would think Denart is going to get this one. Yep, there we go, Woodcock moving over, getting that one out of the way. Although ahead, Dubose is once again side by side. Oh, and he's hanging on to the position. Wraith is running wide. This is for the final podium position in the Silvers. And as we can see, Wraith, oh, he's been shown the outside line. The McLaren's going to hold the inside line on the way through turn number 3. He's round the outside. He's going to hang on to this one. That is an incredible drive by Wraith. Goes up to 2nd place, and he has got some more traffic there backing him up as well. That could be the perfect time to make the move. 4 minutes left to go, so 3, maybe 4 laps, because yeah, here comes the race leader. So Wraith got that overtake done at just the right time. Yep, very nicely done. And Dubose yielding for the leader, and Wraith will do so, I think, just before the penultimate corner as well. So that'll reignite that battle, although they're going to bring Christian Woodcock straight back into this one as well, because as you can see there in the background, he is firmly on Dubose's rear spoiler, and in fact Wraith gets to the penultimate corner a lot quicker than I thought he would compared to the Mustang. Oh wow, look how much he's closed up there. Yep, out with this corner. I think we're going to see a bit of a lift from Wraith maybe. Yeah, very nicely done. The slightest of lifts there. Dubose Certainly no lift from him. He's got Woodcock chasing him down, just violating the track limits there. Needs to be careful. We don't want to see any drive-throughs in the closing stages. Oh, PA tracks at the moment out of turn number 1. Well, let's see what's happened there. So easy to get this corner wrong in so many different ways. Oh yeah, the back of the Porsche. I've seen that a couple of times from the Porsches tonight. The back end just not wanting to grip on the way out of turn number 1. And that is PA track losing a bit of time. Mullins as well. Just on a similar incident through turn 1. Go Wetzel. Yeah, what a drive Wetzel is having at the minute. 3rd place overall, absolutely no mean feat. And I tell you what, he's right on the back of Gravison actually. This one slipped under my radar a bit, another one. Oh no, that's all 9, 8, 9. Graveston is 9. Oh, Wetzel's going for it up the inside of turn number 3. He's got the Lamborghini exactly where he needs it then. They're going to go side by side again down the hill. The Mustang's going to get a bit of a lead into the braking zone because of the straight line speed of the car. But the Lambo's still very much in the hunt. Wetzel then, overall 2nd place and the silver win. Definitely on the cards. 2 minutes left to go. Thiago Denart has just finished his laps. He'll get this one and one more, so 2 full laps effectively for these 2 drivers to duel it out. And of course Dubose and Woodcock. And there goes Wraith. He's looking for a move on the inside of Konzig, and they're going to go 3 wide, 2 wide. Konzig takes a bit of contact there, and Wraith moves over to defend. And that is Damien Konzig flashing his displeasure at the GT3 cars that have just gone through. And the Porsche definitely able to keep up in a straight line. Can't on the brakes as you see these 2 tear away under braking, but on the apex all's fair on love and braking. And that is the Lamborghini looking to take the position. You can see just in that side mirror there as the silver podium now tearing away. Wetzel with a white flag. Nope, still running fine. Oh, Hussein! Hussein has had a moment in the last corner. Oh, what on earth is going on there? It's almost like he's run out of fuel. Yeah, that is very strange. That is very strange. But, well, that's happened. I'm sure we'll find out in the Discord what's going on there. Thiago Denart has started his final lap through turn number 1. Still incredibly close between Woodcock, Dubose and Wraith, it has to be said. The silver podium still very much to be decided. The Porsche Cup cars. And yeah, that one, the top spot there, certainly all sewn up for Konzig. Woodcock battling for pride. Thiago Denart 1 minute 27. I'm sure he did a 27.0. I'm sure his fastest lap is. Let me just see if we can confirm that. Oh no, it wasn't 1 minute 27.4. Whatever it was, he's taking the points for it, and he is taking the checkered flag here. The QRT Wild Things Racing Round 4 race at the Red Bull Ring has convincingly been won by Thiago Denart. Congratulations, Thiago. And of course, to Ron Gravestein. He's going to take second in the pros and second overall after fending off a spirited battle from Kevin Wetzel, who will be more than happy, I'm sure, with an overall podium and the silver race win. We'll see these two cross the line right on top of one another. Will we see any last lap overtakes? Woodcock and Dubose. I think it's Jabot's taking the checkered flag already. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it with turn number 8. He's absolutely gone for it. Kevin Wetzel, I did say, he'd be a worthy addition to the pros. He's hanging the outside line. This is a beautiful attempt at a move. He's lined this up absolutely perfectly. He's going to get the big old cutback on the way out. It was a straight drag race to the line. Kevin Wetzel and Ron Gravestein battling for overall second place, and across the line it is Gravestein that just takes it. What a race between these two. Kevin Wetzel, take a bow. What a drive. Qualified in 6th position, has made up 3 and takes the silver win. A phenomenal drive. Jan Willem van der Steeg unsurprisingly winning in the GT4s. And in fact, we've still got a couple of drivers crossing the line, so I can quickly grab that. There we go, just as it ends. So we'll very quickly look at the timetables. Confirmation in the Cup then. Konzig seals the deal with Horman and De La Zeus on the podium. In the 4s, it was Van der Steeg, Hill and Van der Steeg on the podium there. And in the GT3s, as we saw, Thiago Denart, what a win for him. Absolutely flawless up at the front of the field. And yeah, carried that dominance all the way to the end. And yeah, huge congratulations to the TPDX. Very, very, very nearly taking overall second place, but certainly bringing that home in third, neck and neck with the pro driver and bringing in the silver win. Absolutely incredible drive. So massive congratulations there to the team and all the drivers involved. Let's have a look. We can pop the highlights up, of course. Another absolutely stellar round brought to us by QRT and Wild Things Racing. The Multiclass Championship 2025 has never ceased to amaze. The driving, absolutely incredible. We've had Silverstone, Valencia, Circuit of the Americas, and that was the Red Bull Ring. Next up on the calendar, it is Kyalami. Oh yes, that is going to be an interesting track with the 3 different classes. And of course, the season finale at Suzuka. So make sure you get tuned in for that as well. Thank you to everyone that's followed this evening. Thank you to everyone that's been in the chat as well. Congrats to the racers that have made it to the end. I'm going to sit back and enjoy these highlights with your good selves. I will be back, of course, on Thursday night at QRT for the continuation of the GT3 Championship. We'll be joined by Mr. Sean Madden once again. But until then, that is all from me. We'll leave you with the highlights, of which there are many, so do enjoy. And I'll see you all again next week. Until then, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.